Hello friends, welcome to Daring Marana YouTube channel. So today we will be discussing about continuation of the question set number 3. Maybe we discuss about motor mapping questions. Okay. Here also, like in the last video we discussed about function of Liouville in reference system. So let's do this as a revise. So function of Liouville in reference systems are lubrication, seal the clearance space between discharge and suction side of the compressor. They will act as a coolant and actuate the capacity control, dampen noise generated by the compressor. So the functions of Liouville in refrigeration systems are for the lubrication, seal the clearance space between the discharge and suction side of compressor. They will act as a coolant, actuate the capacity control and dampen the noise generated by the compressor. And what are the various windlass safeties are? We can see there are two types of safety: electrical safety and manual safety. Electrical safety we can say electromagnetic brake, motor overload protection, short circuit protection, restart delay timer and a restart stop. Okay, then manual protections are manual brake or mechanical brake, cable stopper, slipping clutch or torque limiter or relief valve. Okay, these are the various windlass safeties. And what are the steering gear motor safeties that we can provide is overload alarm, 200% insulation motor, high temperature alarm, self-starting self-starting after power failure, then short circuit trip, phase failure alarm. One of the steering motor is fed from the emergency bus, and hydraulic safeties are low level cutoff and high Liouville temperature cutoff. These are the steering gear motor safeties. Then overhead crane safeties also, these also we discussed. Overhead crane safeties are, we know that current to the motor field coils, they passes through solenoid coil of a brake which is magnetized and holds a brake against a spring and releases the motor. In case of power failure, the solenoid is demagnetized and the brake is applied. So safeties are, there will be limit switch, that means we can say forward and aft, port and starboard side, and by hoisting and lowering they will prevent moment more than the allowed limit. And the other trip is overload trip, deadman's handle, guards the pulley, locking device on the lifting hook, mechanical locking to avoid crane movement during heavy weather. So these are the overhead crane safeties. One, critical pressure. So this is the important portion. Critical pressure means it is the pressure at which gas will just liquefy at its critical temperature. At a critical temperature, its pressure at which gas will just liquefy, it is known as critical pressure. Temperature at which it is the pressure at which gas will just liquefy at its critical temperature. At its critical temperature, it is the pressure at which gas will just liquefy. Okay. Critical temperature means it is temperature above which gas cannot be liquefied under isothermal combustion. Under isothermal combustion, it is the temperature above which gas cannot be liquefied any further. That is critical temperature. Critical temperature and critical pressure means it is pressure at which gas will just liquefy at its critical temperature. Critical temperature means it is a temperature above which gas cannot be liquefied under isothermal combustion. Then safeties of air bottle. Air bottle safeties are relief valve will be there, fusible plug, there will be drain and low pressure alarm. The safeties are relief valve will be there, fusible plug, drain and low pressure alarm. So what happens if fuel pump leakages is there? If fuel pump leakage is there, then fuel quantity will be reduced. That we also know, when if the fuel pump is leaking, then fuel quality will gradually reduce and loss of power will be there. Then cylinder lubrication will be affected. Then loss of cylinder power will be there. Late injection will be there. Then so it leads to after burning. Then high exhaust temperature, smoky exhaust, power imbalance among units. So what happens if fuel pump leaks means fuel quantity will be reduced. That means loss of power, cylinder lubrication is affected, loss of cylinder power, late injection, after burning, high exhaust temperature, smoky exhaust, power imbalance, etc. These are the happens when fuel pump leaking. Then what are constant tension winches? Constant tension winches means it is a variation of constant pressure and constant horsepower control of variable capacity pump. This is a kind of variation of constant pressure and constant horsepower control of variable capacity pump. This is used to achieve constant tension winch system. This is used to achieve constant tension winch system. In the case of pump, control is automatically operated across neutral such that constant system pressure and hence constant motor torque is maintained whilst both drawing in and paying out. So constant tension winches it is a variation of the constant pressure and constant horsepower control of variable capacity pump. It is used to achieve constant tension winch system. In the case of pump, control is automatically operative across neutral such that constant system pressure and hence constant motor torque is maintained while drawing in and paying out. Then what are the causes of turbocharger surging? This is also one of the frequently asked question by surveyor. Causes of a turbocharger surging. The reason will be rapid or variation, or we can say rapid variation or reduction in the load, then choked exhaust and air passage leak, scavenge port, valve or air cooler, abnormal fuel system leak, unit misfiring, choked air suction filter, fouling of turbocharger, that is unbalanced output from the engine, damaged exhaust valve, scavenge fire. These are the causes of Turbocharger surging. Turbocharger surging means rapid variation or reduction in load, choked exhaust and air passage like scavenge port, valve or air cooler, abnormal fuel system like unit misfiring, choked air suction filter, fouling of turbocharger, unbalanced output from the engine, damaged exhaust valve, scavenge fire, etc. These are the causes of turbocharger surging. So we will be continue with this question session soon. Thank you.